I think this is a very important step forward for our young people. In many ways, throughout this pandemic, those who have suffered most in terms of the impact on their lives have been the very elderly and the very young. And I think movement back towards face-to-face teaching, particularly for these groups today in terms of P4 to P7 and the qualification years, is an important step towards getting closer back towards normality for our young people. I think it's very important that the executive as a whole has agreed to prioritise the education of our young people. And that's not just simply in terms of the benefits of there purely from the education, but I think the impact on mental health and well-being has been devastating for young people. And I think today will be an opportunity not simply for them to get back into school, but also actually to see their friends, to get back into more of a routine which has a level of normality.
Let's talk about those in years 12 to 14 then who are going back. And lateral flow testing. How soon will the schools get the information on the lateral flow testing to help them get clarity to the parents?
Well, look, it is being rolled out by Public Health Agency. The idea this week is to do a level of trialling with it. It is focused in particularly at years 12 to 14, but also actually a lot of the focus is actually at staff because a lot of it is the adult. The idea this week is that there will be demonstrations within the school itself in terms of that. We're working with PHA. They are dealing with the details of that. But the aim is, as we move ahead then, that this would be, generally speaking, then done at home. Because basically the main thrust of this will be at home. The aim would be that if somebody tests positive from lateral test at home, they and their family would remain at home. They would then do a PCR test. If that then turned out to be positive, the normal rules in terms of self-isolation would take place. If a PCR test then showed that there was the second test effectively was negative, then they would be in a position to return to school. So it has the advantage then of both being able to return people relatively quickly where there's been a negative test, but also identify at an early stage within that. And the work is going on between health and education to be able to deliver that.